Hey guys, this looks like a fun one. It says the square root of the quantity 1 plus the square root of the quantity 1 plus x is equal to the cube root of x. And it wants us to solve for x. If you're going to try it on your own, pause it right now, because I'm going to solve it in 3, 2, 1. Let's do some u substitution. I want to set u equal to the cube root of x. And then let's copy it down again, and let's cube both sides of the equation. On the left-hand side, we'll have u cubed, but on the right-hand side, this cube root and this cube will cancel each other out. So now we have u is equal to the cube root of x, or u cubed is equal to x. And now we're ready to substitute into this. We changed the x into a u cubed, and the cube root of x got changed into a u. And now we can solve for u. For the next step, let's square both sides of the equation. On the left-hand side, this giant square root and this outer square will cancel each other out. And then we can subtract 1 from both sides. On the left-hand side, the positive 1 and negative 1 will cancel each other out. And on the right-hand side, we have u squared minus 1. Now I want to get rid of this square root. Let's put both sides in a parentheses and square both sides. On the left-hand side, this square root and this square will cancel each other out. And on the right-hand side, after you multiply that out, you get u to the fourth minus 2u squared plus 1. Now we have a 1 on both sides of the equation, so let's subtract 1 from both sides. We'll be left with u cubed equals u to the fourth minus 2u squared. Let's set everything equal to 0. Let's subtract u cubed from both sides. On the left-hand side, these are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with 0. And on the right-hand side, we have u to the fourth minus u cubed minus 2u squared. We can factor out of each of these terms a u squared. So let's factor that out. U squared times u squared will give us u to the fourth. And then we're going to subtract u squared times u, which will give us u cubed. And then we're going to subtract u squared times 2, which will give us 2u squared. So we just factored out the u squared. And then we can factor one more time. We can factor this by doing u and u. And then we need two numbers that add to -1 and multiply to -2. Well, that's going to be -2 and +1. So if we were to multiply this out, it would bring us back to this right here. And once again, to do this, we needed two numbers that added to -1 and multiplied to -2. And this is what we need to solve for u. We can get rid of all this work, and let's bring this up here. Anytime you have something times something times something equal to 0, it'll be true if one of those somethings is equal to 0. So we can set each of these equal to 0. The first one will be true if u is equal to 0. And the second one will be true if u is equal to 2, and the third one will be true if u is equal to -1. Earlier we set u equal to the cube root of x, so let's substitute cube root of x back in for these. Now this first one will be true if x is equal to 0, because the cube root of 0 is 0. This one will be true if x is equal to 8, because the